This is storytelling.
Yeah.
We're going to tell your story. You have to have a story for people to care about what you're doing. I mean, we're all telling a story. Like, no matter what. It's just, is that story good? Does that story resonate with someone? A bad story is a Mexican food place saying, hey, we have Mexican food. Like, well, no shit. I got that. They're telling a story that we already know. Instead, what could be is we are second generation American. This is our heritage. Here's where we come from. These recipes come from, X, Y, and Z, passed down from generation. This is a family business. That Mexican food restaurant is telling a much better story than the other one that's just like, hey, we have food and you're hungry. This one is, there's a whole culture and a story that you can get into and get behind. It's the story behind the food. Here's the thing. If we had a movie where they really had no clear purpose for what they wanted to say in the story or what they were trying to convey, no one would want to watch it. It would be pointless. Like it wouldn't resonate with anybody. It would just kind of be like a weird collection of thoughts. But even with that, they're telling a story. They're telling a story in producing a movie that they didn't put any effort in. The story they're telling is, we don't care. We don't care about this movie. We don't care about the audience. We don't care about the product. We are just going through the motions and shooting a movie. But movies with intention, movies with good story, shows that they put in the work and the effort and the time to make something that's entertaining, educational, something, right? So the same thing is happening with your business. If you're not telling a story with intention, you're just telling a bad story that no one wants to listen to. And also, it's kind of telling that you don't care about the people that are listening to it. You don't think that you have an interesting story. Even if your business is the most boring thing on the planet, let me try to think of something. Let's say you are a manufacturer of white paint. That is the only thing you manufacture, is white paint for other companies to purchase and mix in their own dyes, their own colors. And you're just making paint. You're right. To me, your story is so boring. Like, you manufacture white paint. Good for you. Cool, man. Don't care. But to the person that you're trying to sell it to, you manufacture the best white paint ever. And you can tell that story. You can tell the story of what goes into this white paint, which is pretty much white. But you are telling, it's all about audience. So I am not interested because I'm not gonna buy white paint and put my own pigments in it. The person that's going to buy your paint is interested in your story. So yes, it is boring, but also it is not. Because your people will find it interesting, so you tell your story. You're just thinking from a perspective of, well, it's not cool enough, it's not this enough, it's not that enough. But what it really is you're just not thinking in the terms of the person that would be so eager to hear the story of you creating a business making white paint. Like if you're pulling back the bow on your story, you're at the wrong target. You need to point it towards the target that is interested in being hit, you know? Like, maybe that's a bad. It's more of like courting someone or like trying to, get in with someone. You're you're going after Paris Hilton whenever you really don't even want Paris Hilton. You want the girl that barely wears makeup, hangs out, has a chill vibe. It's like low maintenance. But you're like thinking that you want to tell a story. Your story that you're trying to tell is to Paris Hilton. She doesn't give a shit about you. But this other person is very interested in you. So